waiting. Hell yeah, baby. Hello, hello, hello. We are live and in person. Global conversation today with the fabulous Camille Rob. Coming out of the Garden of Wonders where we plant seeds in the ground, seeds in the life of people so they can go out and make a difference. I have a surprise for you guys. But before we get into all that, I want you to get comfortable, kick your shoes off, and get ready to have a conversation because the conversation don't get started until you get here. And this you're going to want to hear. So I'm going to introduce you to you a lady that has a beautiful smile, beautiful laughter. Whenever she calls me, it's like, ah. Now, now, listen to her name, Coach Rochelle. Coach Rochelle is a relationship coach for over 21 years, but I don't think so. She said 21. I think she's been doing this way longer than that. Now, she went through Ford Institute, mother, daughter, dynamic duo. This lady have some things that you want to hear. Do you know that she was on Oprah Winfrey show? And she's on my show today. You are going to love this. So, whatever you're doing right now, sit down, relax, and let's meet Coach Rochelle because she is going to go. Whoop. Hello, Coach. Thank you for coming over.
Oh, wow. It's my pleasure. Are you kidding me? The fabulous Camille and the Queen of Hearts, Rochelle. How could we miss?
Oh, this is going to be good. This is going to be good.
It is.
So how was your day so far?
It was good. It was good. It's just very hot out, so I can't stand the humidity. Other than that, it was wonderful. How could it not be good? I'm alive. I'm breathing, and I'm where I'm supposed to be.
Good.
And so I'm happy. I really am, and I'm very happy for where I am in my stage of life. We should all be there and be as happy and complete with yourself as I am today.
Oh, this is going to be good. This is going to be good. I cannot wait to have this full conversation with you. So tell me a little bit more about you, Coach Rochelle.
You know, I have so many years. We could be on for the next 10 years. So, I mean, you know, I started personal growth work when I was 30 years old. I'm 77. So it's like 47 years that I've put in and invested in me. So what can I say other than everybody has a story, Camille. And I came from very dysfunctional. I came from abuse, you know, all of those things. But I knew when I heard the voice of God at 30 say to me, you got to go out and find out who you are.
Ooh,
That was it. And I took the road. And it wasn't an easy road. It was not at all. But I'm so blessed from where I am to, you know, then to where I am today. It's like, give it to me, baby. Just give it to me. Come on. Give it to me. I can take it. I have my toolbox, and it's great. It's great, and I'm blessed, and I'm happy, and I just want people to know that they can get to that place in their heart where, if they're real and being authentic, and that's like a real slippery road for some people I've been in contact with that I needed to walk away from. Because when your veil is so thin in life, you feel the energies. And if it doesn't match yours, nothing other than I love you, but I have to go.
ooh, ooh.
And it's okay Hey, it's a freedom, the wisdom. You can't put a price on it. You can't put a price on it. So, like I was sharing with you, imagine us going on stage and you see all those people and everything is so neat and perfect and they have their lines prepared and bullshit. What happened to you? It's like they come on, they have a stick up their ass. Authentically who you are. I can be very real tonight because that's who I am.
Yes.
I don't come on to think that, oh, please love me. I don't really care because I love me. And I worked really hard to take that on. And if I could share that and show people, you could do it too. You could do it. I am such a perfect example of coming from the depths of low self-esteem, not feeling good enough, not feeling worthy, not deserving anything, to feeling the opposite of that, that I am deserving and worthy, and how good enough I am, and how blessed, and in such gratitude every single day. And if I miss a day, I'm like my barometer's off.
Mm.
No.
I like that. Be yourself. A lot of people walk around, like you said, with a stick up their behind,
Yep.
and they don't understand that what you do now reflect on what happened on your past. Don't live in your past, honey. You can't live in your past, as you won't have a future. And you said you were 77. I have to check myself. 77, you look good. Okay? You look good for 77. Whoa. So let me ask you a question.
Go ahead.
Is there a mister in the life where you look so good?
Dear God, please, dear God, send him my way. I so deserve it. Oh my God, I so deserve it.
So are you trying to tell me you're looking?
You know what? This is how I believe that person's there. We are in alignment, whoever it is. I don't have to look because God's going to send that man to me. I really do believe that.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I do believe that. And it doesn't have to be in any formal thing. It's just going to be the way it's supposed to be.
I believe that.
Yeah.
I believe that. But before we get all tied up into the real stuff, now tell me a little bit more about your company.
Well, it was birthed from COVID. And Alicia does the same work as I have, and she started it at 21. And so I live together with her. We share everything. And don't ask me what that's like. If you don't have tools, I feel bad for you. But if you have tools, you can work through anything.
Anything.
Because we're all mirrors of one another. But so COVID really knocked me on my tush, let me tell you, because I'm so people oriented and I love people and I wanted to touch and hug. And so it was quite a really unique situation for myself. And being alone, constantly going within and asking and just being. And one day it just came to us and I said it or she said it. What if we came together and partnered? And all of a sudden, the birth of mother-daughter dynamic duo was birthed. And so that was the journey that started through COVID. And it's very interesting because when you both do the same work, coaching, you can't get away with it. You got to take your stuff back because even though sometimes it's like, God, why can't I just say it's your fault? Why can't I say you're the one who did it? It's true. So it's learning to look and say, if I'm affected by what she's saying, I can't blame her. I got to look at me and say, okay, what do I have to learn about this? What is this for me? And
Hmm.
I do. I do. And I'm a little bit stubborn. So if I have any kind of disagreement with her, I need to leave. I need to walk away. Not Alicia. She's really there. She can forgive, bing, bang, boom, and that's it. Not me. I'm a little bit longer. And it works, though. It really does. And we have fun. And we just have a really, basically, a good time together. And I wish and I hope in my heart, because I didn't have that with my mother. She was a very sweet lady, but we never had a connection in my whole family. Nobody hugged, nobody kissed, nothing. So I learned to go outside myself and want the love and hugs and stuff like that. So when you get that and you really learn to give it to yourself, it's a huge freedom. So if every mother, daughter, it's always relationships, sister, brother, doesn't matter. It's like, come on, what are you holding on to? What are the things you're holding on to, making yourself feel that you're right, you're justified in how you're feeling, and not looking and saying, okay, where is it that I need to take responsibility for myself, for what I need to learn about me, because we are all mirrors of one another. We just
Yes.
can't. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
I mean, so basically, that's how mother daughter dynamic duo was birthed through COVID. And we have a fabulous assistant, and Nim has been there especially for me. Trust me on this one. I mean, I can go off on, you can't even, the radar, but she's so patient and she's so wonderful. And so, I'm going to share this. When I get very frustrated, she recently said, you got to get a lollipop. And it really, so the frustration leaves. And it really is. It really is. So she's helped us tremendously. And now it's like getting out there and letting the people out there know we can do it, man. You could do it. You can have the greatest relationships, the most important relationship, ladies and gentlemen, is you. You've got to learn
Woo!
to love you. I don't care what anybody, you've got to learn to love you, because if you go outside yourself, it's like you're looking for love in all the wrong places. That's what happens. And you repeat the same patterns and you get the same results. Why do that? You
Why?
wear yourself out. You look like 100 years old.
You know,
Yeah.
people tend to do what other people do. They follow the trend. They worry about what the neighbor thinks, what the person over there think, you know, and that shouldn't be. Just like you said, worry about you, love you. I At one time I was like that. I was frustrated about me. And I remember my grandmother used to say to me, if you don't love you, how can you give love? And that thing stayed with me for a long time. So every time I even have that doubt in my mind, I remember what she said. You have to love yourself before you can give love. Some people think it's selfish. At one time, my husband thought it was selfish because I fell in love with me and it was about me.
Yep.
I wouldn't give a hoot,
Yep.
you know? For years, I put myself on the back burner. I make sure the kids got they wanted. I make sure the husband got what they wanted. And then I was always on the back burner. And then I remember what my grandmother said. In order for you to give love, you got to love yourself. And I said, okay, then.
Yeah.
And then Fabulous just said, okay, let's do this. Let's do this. And bam,
And
here I am.
I love it because it's true. And if we can't, even on the airplane, what do they say? Put the mask on before you give it to your child.
Yes.
And that's really the truth. It is the truth. So loving yourself, coming back to, people go from one relationship to the other relationship to the next
Mhm.
relationship. They just keep running. Come back to you. Find out, who am I? What is it that I want? Guys, girls, ladies, gents, kids, don't matter. Life is too short to be
Ooh,
wasted. And that's what it is. No regrets. No regrets.
no
And
regrets.
it's so important. It is just so important. So,
So I wanted
okay.
to ask you this question,
What?
and I've watched you and your daughter all the time, and the the relationship is beautiful. Have you ever gotten to the point where you're like, girl, I want to kick your behind?
Are you crazy? Of course. Are you kidding me? Oh,
You
honey.
know, I have to ask because some people act
Hmm.
like their life is perfect, and no, this doesn't happen. So
No,
what, you got to give me one incident where you were like, what did she do that make you so frustrated that you were like,
well, I love to get things done right away. Like, I got it, I have to do it. And she, don't worry about it. It'll be done when? Don't worry about it. And I'm thinking, are you crazy? It has to be done. And I'm realizing that we work very differently. And I can go over, and I have done it, and say, come on already. When are we going to do it? She said, I told you it'll get done. Now, 9 times out of 10, it does, but not, it's like so frustrating for me, because that goes back to when I was a child. I come home from school, get in, do my homework, and then I do whatever. And, and we can't expect everybody to be like this. So I have to take a look back. For me, if I'm going to have fun and work with her, I have to give her that space as well, as to be who she is.
mm,
And then communicate. Communication is so important. And I'm still learning the communication, how to
you got to
communicate.
say that again?
I'm learning how to communicate better
Mhm.
and be in the listening. We have 2 ears and one mouth. I wonder why. Because
Hmm.
more people jump instead of stopping and going, let me listen. Just let me listen. And in the silence, the most beautiful things will occur for you. You will hear guidance. You'll hear things that just soothe your soul. And so we can have a little bit of a rift as far as that, because we also live under one roof and we work, even though she's a massage therapist, but still, we still have, but on a whole, we have fun. We really have fun. And it's like, it's great, because I know in that relationship, the next relationship is going to be even better when it comes to the man that's going to be walking through my. Excuse me, who's there? He's not. It's to have fun. Life is so serious and it's so crazy out there. So you want to keep yourself with people who are in alignment with you energetically. And if they're not, there's a saying, there's a reason someone
Mhm.
came in, there's a season, and then
Mhm.
there's a lifetime.
Yep.
And so that really, and now we decided to do a podcast, which is also another thing. And we're excited about that as well. Now,
Ooh, congratulations!
yeah,
So, since you brought it up, when is the podcast so I can stay tuned and watch? And I
what,
can come and be a guest?
you
When
are
is the
going to be a
podcast?
guest. Oh, it's just so what I love is people's stories, their adversities, their triumphs, the lessons, how they navigated through life. What did they learn? What were some of the tools that they've used? And I think by doing that, we give people hope and
Yes.
let them know they're not alone and inspire them. Like, if you can do it, I can do it. So I meditated, and it was on the back burner. I wasn't sure if we were going to do it or not. And I meditated one day, and I got out of my meditation, and I was very deep. And all of a sudden I hear podcast, podcast. And I look, and it was my phone. And I thought, I guess you're telling me, I guess podcast. And then the name came to us, and it's like, it felt so good. It's together. What is it? Together we rise. So it's
Ooh,
together,
that's powerful.
collectively, we can rise together because we're all in one mint. We're all connected to one,
Mm.
and inspire each other and hold space for each other and just share the things that you've experienced in life. So da 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 da.
So, what do you love most about what you do? What do you love most about what you do?
Well, I could not help people if I didn't do the work myself. I couldn't do it. So when I see people like, because I don't have the answers for you, you have your own, but we can hold that space and ask very powerful questions. But I love people lighting up and going, wow, I was carrying all of that. And now I see the opposite of that. I'm like, I can change my story. I can change and navigate my life differently. I can take a whole different path. And just to see that, we have a workshop we just finished. The girl is 19 years old in there. She just blows us away. And the reason is she has family that's very into work on themselves. So she's very enlightened, so to speak. And she's like, it's like such a pleasure to live. 19, I said, honey, are you going to do some
World.
great things out there? I mean, it's amazing. And of course, Alicia started at 21, but it's just, that lights me up when they get the essence of love of who they are and going within themselves and not looking outside to get that acknowledgement and the fulfillment. Because when you do get it and it's lovely, then they leave and you're left with you. So fill
Ooh,
yourself up,
and you're left with you. They
Yeah,
leave
you're
and you're
worth
left
it.
with you. Hmm.
You're definitely worth it. So what else, baby?
Oh my God. You're absolutely amazing. Now, what keeps you going?
It's a good question. I feel I'm not finished.
Ooh.
They say you're not finished until the fat lady sings.
Yeah.
Well, she hasn't sung, and I don't blame her singing so soon. Just being inspired, looking back at my life inspires me because I worked so hard to where I am today. And when I see other people getting their light, that inspires me and keeps me going. I love music. I love dancing. That inspires me. I mean, I do a lot of that. And just being able to helping others and, wanting to take this workshop that we do that's a 7-week workshop, and bringing it out into the world, into companies, women's companies or nonprofits, because it's so important for people to get how important they really, really are. And
Oh,
we are important. God didn't make junk. Each and every one of us is important.
as a matter of fact, speaking about the workshop, I have the information about the workshop and it's coming up, and you guys got to get ready. You guys
Yes,
have to get
indeed.
ready for it. This is going to be absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
It's going to change some lives. So you guys don't want to miss that. Look at your beautiful daughter. She's gorgeous.
Yeah. I tell you, she has the good genes. She has the good genes. And she's fun. She's a lot of fun too. And so I'm blessed. I mean, I have another daughter. I have a granddaughter. That keeps me happy. That keeps me going. And what else? I have my health. My family has their health. I mean, I'm in gratitude. And I just love all the things that you're doing, Camille, as well. And the
Mhm.
people that come on to your webinars or the podcasts or your you had this guy, he keeps on coming up in my mind.
Michael? Oh,
And
Michael?
yeah, and I love it because it is the earth. It is going and grounding yourself. All those things I am so connected to. And if we only took the time to stop and be grateful for what we have, because where we are and what we have is exactly where we need to be. And
Oh my
I
God.
just keep
I'm loving this. I'm loving this
keep
because
going, baby.
talking to you and listening to you, I've met a lot of people and a lot of older, mature people, and they don't sound like you. No, I'm serious. I, I just met one today at the store, and she was complaining the whole entire time I walked into the store. I heard her complaining. And one of the things that I noticed with people now, since we had this mess that happened to our country and we were shut down,
Hmm.
they are so whiny. They just complain, complain, complain. You made it. You lived. So many people did not live. Enjoy your life. Stop getting so caught up in life. Make a difference in somebody else's life. And that lead up to my next question for you. Tell me something that you're doing right now to make a difference in somebody else's life.
What I do a lot of times, because I don't care what people think, so I have freedom. So I can say to somebody, I just happened. I had my nails done and I said, the girl that did it does it, she does it this way. And he took it personal. He goes, well, then you don't have to come back to me anyhow. I said, you're taking it wrong.
Ooh.
You're taking it like I'm saying something bad about you. I think you're great. But it was his wound. He got affected by me like he's not good. It wasn't that, but I had to talk into it because I didn't want him to walk away feeling like he did something. He wasn't. It was just a question that I was asking him. Or a lot of times I'll speak into things. I really do. But the other thing is I'll always go to somebody and say, you have such a fabulous smile. Come here and let me look at you. And you know what to do. But when you can do that and it's like you see their soul when you meet their eyes, and it's like people get scared. They really do when you go, You have such a gorgeous smile. Let me see. And they're so uncomfortable.
Because they're
But
not used to that.
no. So I feel that maybe I made a little bit of a difference in their life that day. Um, or I also, a lot of times, if somebody looks not happy, now I know with COVID, and I'm kind of more, I don't do it as much, but I used to do is when I would see somebody and I'd say, I think you need a hug. Can I give you a hug? And
Mm.
they go, oh my God. They don't, because I'm so in tune to their energy and the way they look. So that hasn't occurred except with people that I know. I haven't done that with strangers. But, there are little things like that that make a difference. So you see somebody and you say, that color is gorgeous for you. And people just like, oh my God, thank you so much. Really? I go, yeah, really. As a matter of fact, can I borrow it? I mean,
And then you make them laugh. You see,
yeah,
everybody's so tense.
yes,
They're so tense. And
yeah,
life, having a conversation with Michael just relaxes me because when he speaks from his heart. You know, he's this big guy with a kid running all up over his head. He's just like that.
yes, yes.
And when you mentioned his name, I was like, that's exactly what I'm thinking. And but he came to the Garden of Wonders. He have to visit the Garden of Wonders. So when he came in and he looked around, he went right to the garden. And then my husband was there. He was like, "Oh my God, this is amazing! I'm actually here." And I looked at him, and he was running around like a kid. He took his shoes off and he was running all over the place. My husband have to tell him there's certain places you cannot go, certain places you cannot go because you have soft spot over there. You got to be careful. But he didn't care. He went outside and he sat on the ground.
I saw.
He was at peace. A lot of us don't know how to do that. And you're right. People do not take time out to go and sit back, relax, and enjoy them. Go within, sit back, relax, and
Mm,
remember that you're alive, you're healthy, you're strong, and whatever coming, you can deal with it. A lot of people don't do that, Coach Rochelle. They don't.
right. They don't connect with that child within them, and that little child within them somewhere along the way said, no, don't do this, you can't do this. It's like, a kid goes over to a stove and puts their hands and then burns themselves. Well, they're not going to go back again. But it's just how you handle it. You're and it's caution and all that other stuff, but that little child within you wants the freedom to play.
Yes.
So if you can go do something like that child within you wants to do. Color, get a coloring book. Do you know how many coloring books? And I still color outside the line. I mean, that's just the way it is. Or go to the beach and take a pail and shovel, or go on a swing. And it's like bringing that little child out and playing with them. And that's a lot of freedom that you give yourself as well. You really do.
And I don't know why people are afraid to do that.
I don't think they even know to do that.
You know, we had a storm, right?
Yeah.
And the boys were outside running around in the rain. It started with Michael at first. Was
Uh-huh.
doing a live cast. He was outside, thunderstorm, and I said to him, I said, Michael, this is Florida. We have
Right.
lightning bolts.
Yeah.
And he's like, I'm not worried about that. I said, you have to be careful because you can get hurt. And he said, I'm okay. I'm okay. And he stood out there the entire time. And then when he came back inside, I had to put it on TikTok. Oh my God, it was crazy. When he came back in, of course, my husband joined him. They were out there acting like little
Oh,
boys. All of a sudden, Michael jumped in the pool. It was raining, and my husband did the same thing.
isn't that fab?
But you know what that tells me? Sometimes you have to just let that child come out.
Yeah,
You have to. You
yeah,
cannot be just stuck up stiff and
yeah.
mad at the world all the time. You can't.
Nope,
You
nope.
can't. Ugh.
And
Okay.
it's freedom. But go ahead.
And
What's
that's
next?
exactly what it is. It's freedom.
It is freedom. It is,
So
and that's why I love you, because I got connected to that little girl within you that gave me permission to come out and play with you.
I love it. And and a lot of people when they see me, they're like, "Yo, why are you always smiling?" I remember, my, I remember my husband and I went to a restaurant, and it was early in the morning, and it was like everybody would run up and run, and I went in there and I said, "Good morning," and she's like, "What's so good about it?" I said, "I don't know about you, but I'm alive, honey. I'm alive, and I am
Yes.
fabulous." She was like, I know she was saying, I know that damn girl is crazy. And I looked at her, and my husband said, "Good morning." And we just walked off, and I smiled. And when
Oh,
I was leaving, I went to her and said, "Have a blessed day, my dear."
oh, that's great.
Because that's who I am. You
Yeah.
take it or you leave it. It's
Yep.
okay.
You got it.
You take it or you leave it.
Yep.
Now, there is something. Now, we'll talk about that later. Now, I want you to tell me something funny.
Oh my God.
Funny, since we had gotten so serious before. I want you to tell me something funny that you did in your past that you're still laughing at it today.
Okay. The one that I just came up with, I can't even say on the air.
What
It
is
wouldn't
that?
go over well. But, and I don't know how, it was funny at the time because my daughter and I were going to visit somebody, and it was again in Florida, and it was the summer, and the rain. It was pouring. I mean, pouring. It looked like it was snowing. And we got stuck outside, and we tried to get into every door we could to get into the building. And I had to go to the bathroom. And there was just not, every doorway was locked. And so it got to a point where I just couldn't hold it in anymore. And I said, the hell with this. I just peed. And it was like, it was fine because it was pouring out. So nothing, it just went right down the drain as I peed. And it was like, I remember it was like such a good relief because holding was so uncomfortable. So that was one of my many that I can share.
And
On the
nobody
air.
noticed.
That's it. Off the air, it's different. Nah. But yeah, I mean, it was fun. It was happened to have been his because I have, when you have children, your bladder is not that strong. So obviously, that's what happened, and I accepted it. What was I going to do?
Oh my God, that's funny. That's funny. I love that. I love it. You see, you make me laugh. I love that. Now, do you have anything else you want to share with our audience? You have anything to give them? Anything to share?
What do I want to give them? Besides telling them to contact us, I want to leave them and let them know that they are all worth £1,000,000 of gold. And the gold is within each and every one of us. It's that treasure chest inside us of love and hope and forgiveness and gratitude and God and blessings. And, it's like it's filling yourself up and we all can do it. And if we need support, that's what we're here for. If we can, I always envision a beautiful gold thread going from my heart to everybody else's heart
Oh,
as we're all being tied together in love.
oh wow.
Because I think, Camille, primarily, we all want to be loved. We all, I don't care who we are, and we all want to be seen and we all want to be heard. But I think the primary thing is love. And if we can show you how to come back to loving you, and we have the ingredients. It's like baking a cake. And when you bake a cake, you can't leave out an ingredient. So you can't leave out love. You can't. We were born in love and we're going to die in love. I pray to God, and love, our hearts are open to receiving. And I always want to say to somebody, is this work that we do for everyone? Yeah. Is everybody going to do it? No.
No.
And that's okay, because the right people will. And it's just, how do I take myself in my own arms? How many times I had to hold myself and hug myself, and it didn't feel good at the beginning, but it's so comfortable. And how many times have I had to look in the mirror and say, you know what, Rochelle, you're okay. No matter what, you're okay. You have a lot of courage, and we all do. We all have courage. We just need to access it and not be afraid and be in fear, because fear is the biggest culprit that will stop us from moving forward.
Wow.
So I would love to hear from people, and just Alicia and I would be there and just embrace you, and just bring you into a fold of compassion and knowing that inside each and every one of us is the most beautiful, beautiful gift. And we are a gift. And let's get out and show that gift to this world that needs us so badly. Let's get out collectively and together and just share and love upon each other, no matter what our differences. It doesn't matter. We all have one heart. We're all the same. Let's take that heart and spread that love throughout the world, because I will tell you, when we could do this collectively, the world is our oyster. It just is. So that's what I would say.
Oh, my heart is like, yeah, baby. Yeah, baby. Yeah.
Yeah.
But you mentioned about a free gift. So
I'm your free gift.
you
Yes.
mentioned about a
We have,
free.
yes. They can contact us on calendar, and we can have a conversation. Of course, I can't see the writing because my glasses are not on, but now they are. I still can't see. So,
It's okay.
in other words, they can contact us and we will do a free session, a complimentary session with them. And we will determine if we can work together, because, we need to be in alignment. And that's really what it's about. So, oh, that's fabulous.
That's
Well, yeah,
fabulous.
contact us, and let's go. And we will be giving you a free ebook. And if you could put it up again, the 8, because I didn't see it because I was so concentrating on what was down there. It's 8 easy ways to improve. And it's all about your relationship, whether it's your mother, your daughter, your sister, your brother, it doesn't matter. it doesn't matter, because it's a beautiful, it's free, and it's something we want to give you from our hearts to your heart.
Oh my goodness. This was so beautiful. You know, thank you for coming. Thank you. Thank you for coming.
Mm.
And thank you for being real. Thank you for being yourself. All these people that walk around and walking around on eggshells, I cannot stand it.
Neither can I, because
Good.
they're,
We
they,
understand each other.
yeah,
The heck
yeah,
you come up here acting all wow.
yes.
And today's program, no, be real. Let's get real. Let's have a conversation and talk about what's really going on. Yeah, but for 77, you just blow my mind. My husband was like, "She's 77? You sure she's?" And I
Yeah,
told my mom you were 77. My mom said, "What?" I said,
yeah.
"Yes." She said, my mom said, "Ooh la la."
Ooh, baby.
when I would tell her, "This is who I'm gonna interview," she said, ooh la la. She's
Because, Camille, when you could really accept the good, the bad, and the ugly,
mm-hmm.
that's the freedom. And you become youthful. You become more youthful. You really do.
You accept the good, the
Yeah,
bad, and the ugly. I
yeah,
like it. I like it.
yeah,
I
yeah.
love it.
It's true.
Well, we are at the top of the hour, and I just wanted to say again, thank you so much for coming and for being yourself and being so real and for sharing the knowledge that you have. And I'm telling you, it's not just what 21 years. This is decades of work.
Yeah.
I cannot wait for you and your daughter to come on the show so we could just have a little bit of teaser, because we're getting ready to have you have a couple of stuff that's coming up that
Hmm.
I want to make sure people remind people of, that you guys have your showcase coming up.
Our workshop. Hmm.
I don't know why I always call it a showcase.
Because, well, we're showcasing us.
That's right, because you have to go and brand yourself out right there. So
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to
Aw.
it. I'm looking forward to it. And I'm also going to take this and I'm going to put it on my Instagram. I'm going to put it on my I'm going to put it everywhere. Put it like this. I'm going to just give it to the social media queen and she's going to have that blast everywhere. So
Aw.
everybody can see it.
That's so awesome. And join us tomorrow night,
Oh yeah.
Friday night.
Conversation.
Yeah.
We
Together.
rise. I cannot wait. I cannot wait. I cannot
Yeah.
wait. I'm
Yeah,
looking
I'm
forward.
really I'm excited about it. It's 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time.
Perfect.
And it's just, we're gonna have guests and we're gonna have you. And it fills my heart. It just fills my heart.
You feel my heart.
And you do mine. You really do. I mean, I can't wait to come up and get into that garden myself and lay there and extract the love that's put into that garden. And I know it is love. I know it.
Oh, it's all love.
It
I mean,
is.
Michael did not want to leave. He
Really.
he did not want to leave. He's like, uh-uh. He told Alice, he said, Alice, I can stay here. You can stay here with me too, but you can go back if you want to, but I'm staying here. Alice looked at him like, I'm not leaving here by yourself. I'm staying too. And I'm looking at him, I'm like, no, you have to go.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I'm
But
looking forward for you to come. I'm looking
yeah.
forward.
Oh, we will come. We are definitely going to come. There's no question. I can't wait to have pineapple. That keeps on calling to me for some reason. Your pineapples. I love pineapple. So we are going to definitely make a trip up to see you guys. We really, really
Let
are.
us know when you're coming. We're looking
Oh,
forward.
without a
Just
doubt.
looking forward to meeting you.
Oh, honey, just get those arms open and let me hug you.
He's gonna love that, and I'm gonna love it too.
Yeah, we all are.
I'm
We'll
gonna
have a
love
love
it.
fest.
I'm gonna love it. So, guys, That's the conversation with Coach Rochelle. And I'm telling you right now, you need to make sure you take time out, meet with Coach Rochelle, meet with the duo team, get the relationship that you need. Understand how to build a relationship from the inside out, connect with each other, learn from each other so you can share. Fall in love with yourself. That's one of the biggest things. If you didn't take away anything that she said, take this away. Fall in love with you. Life is too short, she said. Gotta enjoy self. So I will see you guys on the next conversation. Stay blessed, stay safe, and stay absolutely fabulous.
And keep your
Ciao.
light shining.
That's right. And if nobody wants us to put your shades on, honey, because I'm gonna keep on shining.
You go, Miss Fabulous.
That's me, darling.
Yes, it is.
Bye, guys. Later.
Bye, Cookie.